If you think to yourself, what is the worst game mode in Warframe? You might think of things like the Railjack, the Fury Paradox, or maybe even Arcwing missions, they're pretty bad. But for me, it has to be the Index. It's just, I cannot stand the game mode. It's the worst thing in the game for me. And, I've come up with a few ideas on how to fix it, as the Index is probably one of the best ways to farm credits for newer players. Of course, there's the Orbit Taker, Profit Taker, whatever, but that isn't exactly that easy to access early on. And to be honest, it is easier to just farm the Index, but it doesn't change the fact on just how insufferable it is. Anyway, I'm Wisp, and today we're going to be talking about how to fix the Index. Okay, so before we go into the Index, if you didn't know, there are 3 levels you can choose from: low, medium, and high risk investments. The only thing that really changes is how much money you get and how much points you have to deposit. And there are also different conditions, like afflicted by financial stress, but who cares about that? I don't even notice it when I play. The only game mode I ever play, and what you should play, is the high risk investment if you do play this godforsaken thing. And I really hope that I'm gonna find some teammates, because playing this alone is, not in question. Absolutely hate this thing. Okay, there's something one at least. The best Warframe you can probably run for this is Revenant, since he can just ignore the fact that you get obliterated if you hold more than 1 or 2 points. There's also another issue with this, that there are only 2 maps, which is extremely boring, in my opinion at least. This is the map called Gasworks, I believe. I think this is the worst map out of the 2, because it has multiple stories, so it's way too elevated for this game mode. Because the enemies can either be, above you or on the same floor, which kind of sucks. Then I think the main issue with this game mode is just how boring it is. You basically only get 5 enemies that spawn at the same time, and that's it. No multiple enemies, no bosses. Well, I guess there is a boss who spawns in at 1 hour, but then again, all of these enemies are so easy to kill that it just doesn't even really matter. Personally, I think they should just rework this whole game mode. Because it's boring. A nice way to fix it, I believe, is to nerf your receive when you hold more points, so the game is actually playable, instead of just being this thing of either you will get destroyed or you will one-shot every single enemy. Another thing about this game mode is how unorganized this whole thing is. I will pull up a little picture on screen. I hope I don't forget it. But as you can see here, this is a little chart of points which you can, pick up. And if you pick up a specific amount, you get a bonus. And the bonus ends when you are holding 25 points, and I believe, I'm not sure, I don't have a picture on me, the bonus is 10 points. So at the max, you can have 35 points as a bonus. You can have 35 points if you have 25 points, and after that, it's just more points. The more you pick up, you don't get any bonuses. The biggest, or the best efficiency is to put in the points when you have 15, because it gives you the biggest bonus percentage-wise. But obviously nobody here knows that, so they're just gonna wait. I have had so many teammates just put in the points when they have like 50 of them, and it doesn't really do anything besides just wasting time, because if you put in 15 then you'll just get the most out of it. Then another thing about the index is you only do it for the credits at this point. Like, sure, there are a few rewards you get, like a sigil, mods that are exclusive in this game mode, I think. I'm not sure if they're exclusive. But then again, you will get most of these mods in like 1 or 2 runs. They drop everywhere. Yeah, I just got plain threshold. I'm pretty sure this is exclusive. I mean, at least it says it drops on this tile set, I guess, on the wiki, but then again, as I said, I'm not sure if this is exclusive. But what I believe is to just make this way more fun. It's just increase the enemy count and, you know, make it that you don't become I don't even know what, a shooting target for them when you have more than like 10 points. Because the enemies are really easy to kill. You most of the time just one-shot them. Besides like the auditor maybe, since he has quite a lot of HP. But other than that, yeah, it's just really boring. If you do this game mode for more than 1 round, you get extremely bored of it. And then you will have teammates that just won't put the points in at all. Yeah, I should just... hold on. Okay. As soon as I start typing. I hope that they listen, because I don't want to play this at all. And I personally don't like the profit taker. It's just really boring. Also, if you think that my game is too loud, you can tell me. I'll lower the volume. I just noticed that my videos, the volume was really quiet, so I increased the volume in game as I had it a little bit down. But yeah, I'll probably just check the recording, maybe lower the volume myself. But then again, you can also lower the volume from microphone, so it kind of sucks since I'm just speaking as I go. But yeah, it's extremely boring, especially since I always watch like a YouTube video on my second monitor when I do the index. It's just boring, it just takes so long. As you see, the teammates aren't putting in any points, and I'm not sure how many they're holding, but if I just go over to one, yeah, he has like a bunch of them here. I think it's actually going to put them in now. Yeah, he has a bunch of them. And I believe that if they both just put them in, we would just finish this round, but they're just not doing it. I don't know why. I think that's a huge issue on this game mode. Maybe they should also add something like additional objectives, so you get points for like maybe beating like a boss that spawns in once each round, maybe when you reach 50 points or something. Maybe they can have something similar to Interception, where you have to capture points and they also give you points. I believe that would be more fun. But yeah, as I said, the main issue for me is that there's just no enemies in here, and also that the maps are extremely boring. I just haven't played a worse game mode ever in Warframe, I believe. Like, you can say that Arcwing is bad, and I would really disagree with you. Yeah, I'm out of here. Okay, I guess I can do it. But then again, Arcwing, you can at least complete it in a quick way, you know? And you can complete an Arcwing mission in a few minutes, and this will just take as long as your teammates decide to finally put in the points. I've once played with somebody. That might be a story for another time, but we don't play anymore. But they used to just hoard all the points, and it was so annoying. I kept asking them to put the points, but like, no, I'm gonna get 150 points, and then when I put them in, we're gonna be halfway done. Which is the most stupid thing I've heard in like a big while. Because what do you mean you're gonna put them in later? When, you know, 15 gives you the most efficiency. And no way my heat does no damage. Anyway. Yeah, this whole game mode sucks. Profit Taker is way better, but then again, the difficulty also increases by like 100%. Because in this you can just mindlessly run around, kill things until it's done. Using Revenant is also the smartest idea you can ever have, because he, you know, goes invincible and just won't get one-shot by every enemy. This is why I prefer to just run around, kill everything, and let the Revenant pick everything up. As I do have a more DPS-ish build. I mean, ish, it is a DPS build, especially since my weapon right now is also crit based. And yeah, the enemies also do scale with like time passed, or better said, rounds passed, so they will get better and better. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna hold on. 6. I mean, I guess I can just run around like a 15. Yeah, as I said, this game mode definitely has to change. I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, it's just really boring. It could be a great game mode to even have fun in. But to be honest, right now it's just not in a good state at all. And you know, the reason is pretty simple, it's just ass. Not even gonna sugarcoat it. It's boring, the gameplay loop is boring, the enemies are also boring. The only cool thing I found is that one of the enemies can clone himself as you and like have your weapons, have your abilities, but then again, they're still one shot basically. Oh, also the fact that your energy runs out when you have the points in your hand is just terrible. Like, especially for our Revenant, if his Mesmer skin, I think it's called, runs out, you know, he's just basically dead. Unless he has like 7 million ability strength, which I doubt. And then again, if you play this with AI, it isn't exactly a better experience either. Because the AI is just random, either it will put the points in instantly after getting like 1, or it will also wait for years before putting the points in for some reason. But yeah, I just don't really know what to say about this game mode anymore. I think I'll just see you guys back in the orbiter where I will talk about some more things. I will just finish this up as quickly as I can because I'm honestly getting really bored and I need to upload this video. Yeah. Okay, so I've just finished the index, and you know what I've noticed is, I've said earlier that the mods are really easy to get, and I just got almost all of them. I got 6 out of 8 mods, which you get from the index, which is kind of funny. Yeah. But, I think I'm gonna just summarize everything. So let me just pull out the wiki real quick. Okay, so in the wiki, it says, yeah. Okay, so as I said, there are 3 risk levels: low, medium, and high. They also obviously take less credit. Take different amounts of credits when you start it and give you more or less, whichever you pick. And you also have less points to put in the lower ones. So it goes from 50 to 75 to 100. Also right here, I will pull out the tab again. What the hell is going on in the region chat? Anyway, I hope I won't forget to put it in here. As you can see, it tells you each bonus on the points. And as you can see, the efficiency is highlighted, like made fat. The numbers made fatter to tell you which one is the best. So as you can see, when you're holding 15 points, you get 8 as a bonus and get 23 in total, which maximizes your efficiency. There are a few enemies. There is like 4 teams of enemies, and each team has 4 different ones. There are... I'm not even gonna tell you about them. They're all boring and the same, just copy and paste of each other, and they die quickly anyway, so you won't even really meet them that much. But there is a special thing. There's John Prodman. The wiki says John Prodman is a legendary Corpus Prod crewman that can be encountered in the index after 1 hour has passed at any risk level. Known as Annual Corps Employee of the Month, he drops an autographed poster when he is defeated, which can be placed in the orbiter as a decoration. So I guess that's the quite literally only thing that he drops. And it says that he's a meme, just like Clem. But yeah, there's 8 mods you can get in the wiki. There's Flux Overdrive, Kinetic Ricochet, Medipet Kit for the companion, Pain Threshold, which is not really the best thing, Shield Charger, which isn't even bad, Static Discharge for the Prova, Ferromagnetic Shells, and Tether Grenades. There were also special rewards for you could obtain from October 20th, 2016 to October 27th, 2016. I will also try to pull up an image. I think I'll just take a quick screenshot now so I won't forget it later. There's a badge, an Exodus Warframe adapter, and a sigil. I'm not sure how I have the sigil, since it said that you get in 2016. I made on my account a little bit later than that. Then there is also, let me just look if I took the screenshot of that. I did not yet. So let me do that too. There's also like an optimized way to get to the end the fastest, but of course teammates are idiots, so you're never gonna make making that. Then again, there are two maps, Gasworks and Outpost. As I said already, Gasworks is the worst one, personally at least, because Outpost is just easier to navigate. And I also like to just run in circles in there and just kill everything. Let the other people pick it up. There are some tips, but then again, you don't really need any big tips. Okay, now I'm reading something special. Hosting a high-risk index mission from a clan dojo navigation will almost always guarantee the Corpus Outpost I style set. Which is actually interesting. I might have to try that out sometimes. But yeah, hold on, let me just pull out a little picture of how it looks like because I haven't played on that yet, so I might have to just try it. On the tip section, there isn't really much. I mean, there is a lot, but it's not really that interesting. Besides, like, Wisp is a good point carrier because of her stealth passive. Rhino and Revenant are good because of their abilities, which allows them to ignore financial stress penalties as long as they can keep the ability up. Yeah, there are some bugs. Also mentioned the wiki. What I would also recommend is when you log on the game, the first mission which you get is actually boosted in credits, so you get double the amount of credits. So I would recommend just go into the index and, you know, get a bunch of credits, even though it sucks. But yeah. Anyway, pretty sure that's it for the video. I said a few suggestions on how to make the game out better. But then again, this might just be a lost cause. Because, you know, Profit Taker exists, people prefer Profit Taker anyway. It's also more fun because it's a boss fight instead of just running around killing 5 enemies which respawn every 20 minutes. But I believe that if they manage to fix the game, I mean the game mode, that more people are gonna play it. Anyway, that was it for a video. I have 2 more videos planned. One is probably going to come out either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I'm not sure when. It has to do with your early Prime, so you can look out for that. And another video is also gonna come out, but that one is a little bit of a secret, so... And it will also take a little bit longer, so you can also look out for that. But anyway, yeah, see you guys next time. My name is Wisp, and I hope